United Capital, a leading financial services firm in Nigeria, launched its first ever ethical investment product called the United Capital Sukuk Fund in Lagos. The event had in attendance the stakeholders, regulators, and key experts in the non-interest finance market in a hybrid format, physically and virtually, and moderated by the head portfolio management, United Capital Asset Management, Mr. Kayode Tinuoye. In his opening remarks, Mr. Peter Ashade, Group CEO of the United Capital, believed the Sukuk launch has shown the underpinning of United Capital innovativeness and creates an additional product to the organization's teeming clients. The CEO pledged that the company will continue to develop products that will meet the interests of its clients.
Today is an epoch-making event that is climaxing all our milestones in the year 2020. When we set up at the beginning of the year, it is part of our strategic outlook that we're going to launch this in the early part of the year. In fact, precisely the first quarter of the year. But as we are all aware of the global pandemic that affected all the businesses across, but underlining our resilience, we had the option of waiting till next year, but we said no. This is part of our strategic outlook for 2020, and what we have known for. Execution is key and critical. We've put all our arsenal in place to launch this today. This is again underpinning our innovativeness, also to create an additional product to our teaming clients that has been growing. Sincerely, this year for us has been a wonderful year to be celebrated. So having this as we wrap up the year, it's indeed a step in the right direction. We want to, on this note, thank our various customers for their faith in us and they believe in us, standing by us. I want to assure them that this is just the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot in the kitty that we will continue to develop products that will meet the diverse flavor of our various clients.
On his part, the Director, Northern Region of the United Capital, Dr. Mahmoud Shuaib, asserted that the essence of the Sukuk Fund is to have impacts on the social activities of people, environment, and as well achieving prosperity for individuals.
We at United Capital, we are not just after making money, but we want to present something that will have impact on the social activities of people, will have positive impact on the environment, and as well prosperity of individual. Ethical investing is about investing in companies whose practices are value aligned with individual personal belief. It's an investment strategy where the investors' ethical values in the area of morals, religion, socials are the primary objectives along with good returns. Yes, what we are saying here is that it's not just after making money, but we are equally concerned and after where are you making money from? A lot of investors don't care where the money, they make money, but the sources of that money is very, very key, because ethical investing is the practice of selecting investment based on ethical and moral principles. Also, it's about avoiding investment in companies involved with unethical and harmful activities such as gambling, alcohol, smoking, or firearm, as well as riba, as we all know to be the interest earning. Also, ethical investing is about reviewing whether a company's actions align with its commitment to ethics and its historical, current, and projected performance.
Also speaking at the event, Mrs. Odiri Ogini, MD CEO United Capital Asset, provided insights on the objectives, key investment considerations, and the financial projections of the fund.
The objective of the fund is to provide the investor with a low-risk investment opportunity that also provides stable and competitive return through investment in short, medium, and long-term Sharia-compliant securities and investment products, while also ensuring that our capital is preserved and to a large extent we have a high degree of liquidity. The core essence of the fund is to provide unit holders with halal profits on the growth of their capital over the long term in accordance with the principles of Islamic finance. Today, we are launching the United Capital Sukuk Fund, which is a 1 billion naira fund with options to also expand the units that are being introduced to the market as the funds begin to grow. It's an open-ended fund, which means that investors have easy access to the fund and easy exits from the fund. The minimum investment amount is 10,000 naira and subsequent investment in multiples of 5,000 naira, which gives our retail clientele base the opportunity to take advantage of this investment product. The minimum holding period for the fund is 180 days, which also gives us the opportunity to ensure that we are able to provide decent return for our investors. The fund is invested 60 to 80% of the fund size invested in already issued Sukuk Fund. Sukuk Fund issued by the federal government of Nigeria. Today we have over 300 billion already issued by the federal government of Nigeria in Sukuk bonds. We also have some states and corporates already issued Sukuk bonds. So this United Capital Sukuk Fund invests in this already issued Sukuk product. We also have about 20% to 40% of the fund invested in non-interest bank deposits to provide liquidity for the fund. So investors have the option at any point in time when they need to invest, the fund is able to provide that liquidity. Investors will be given a certificate of holding to confirm their investment in the fund. And like I said earlier, the minimum holding period is 180 days, and investors can exit the investment at any point in time, subject to the minimum holding period of the fund. In terms of the financial projection for the fund, in the first year, we are looking at a total income of 121 million, a total expense of 24 million, and a profit of about 94.5 million naira, which gives a return on investors' investment of about 6.8%. We expect this return to grow to about 6.9% in 2021 and about 7.3% from 2023 and 2024. What are the key investment considerations for investors looking to take advantage of this investment opportunity? One of the key investment consideration for the fund is that investors' capital must be fully protected. So investors will not have to lose their capital by investing in this fund. We also ensure that the returns are competitive at any point in time. The fund will continue to utilize market bargaining power obtained from the pooling of these funds to ensure that we can get the best return for our investors, which will be shared to our investors in the form of dividend at the end of each year. For investors looking to take advantage of this opportunity, it also helps to diversify your portfolio. We've seen significant decline in interest rate this year, and investors are already taking position in a number of conventional outlets. The United Capital Sukuk Fund gives an option to investors to be able to diversify their portfolio. Another investment consideration for the fund is the liquidity of the fund. For a fund that has at least minimum of 20% of the total value of the fund invested in options that ensure that there's always liquidity at any point in time. It's also a good consideration for our investors. Return on investment in the fund are also net of withholding tax, so investors are not exposed to any additional tax by investing in the fund. And then lastly, I will also say that the fund is managed by a reputable investment management firm, United Capital Asset Management. United Capital Asset Management currently has about 6 mutual funds already in the market, and they are the fastest growing investment management firm in Nigeria. Currently, we are the top 3 mutual funds manager in Nigeria, with total mutual funds under management of 163 billion naira. With that being said, I on behalf of the board of United Capital Asset Management and my parent company board, United Capital PLC, we officially open the United Capital Sukuk Fund to the market and to our investors. Thank you very much.
The event featured a Q&A session, which was done virtually. The Group Executive Director of United Capital, Mr. Sonny Anene, speaks on the benefits of the Sukuk launch.
Our goal is to continue to serve the needs of our clients across geographies and regions. We believe that with the large population of ethically minded individuals in Nigeria, we have a lot of room and opportunities in that area. This is supported by the increasing relevance of Sharia-compliant products in the global financial market. As you know, United Capital Asset Management is a market leader in the asset management business in Nigeria, and we expect this launch of this fund to enhance our market share. More importantly, we are happy to offer our clients, ordinary clients, more options for their investment outlets. The asset allocation of this fund has been carefully structured to derive the best value for investors, and we'll make sure that happens in terms of returns and then compliance with Islamic tenets. We assure you that we will leverage on the vast experience of our fund managers with strong guidance from our team of Sharia experts to ensure that the United Capital Sukuk Fund lives up to expectations in terms of compliance with Islamic tenets on investment, as well as stable, competitive returns for all investors in the fund. We enjoin our Muslim brothers and sisters, and indeed all investors looking for viable investment outlets to subscribe to the United Capital Sukuk Fund. You can subscribe for the fund through the investnow.ng, like has been shown to you.
The CEO of United Capital, Mr. Peter Ashade, Mrs. Odiri Ogini, Mr. Mohamed Shuaib, Mr. Kayode Tinuoye, and Mr. Sonny Anene give further insight into the significance of the United Capital Sukuk Fund launch and how it will be of benefit to the Nigerian non-interest finance market.
So for us today, it's significant as we're adding additional, one product to our existing 6 products that we currently have on our mutual fund stable. So making 7 today. Again, is a milestone. Why? Because we set out to launch this in the first quarter of this year. And when COVID struck, it was like, well, maybe we wouldn't be able to do it this year. But at the end of the day, going by our spirit of, execution, we're able to launch today.
The essence of the fund is to provide low-risk investment opportunities for ethically conscious investors. So investors who are looking to invest ethically in line with their religious belief or their moral values, they have the option to invest and earn decent return while also protecting their capital.
It is our pleasure to introduce this fund into the market because we observe that the difference between what you desire to do and what you are getting in the market. Our belief and understanding is that apart from making money, we need to add value socially into the social, moral, and religion value of people. It's not just making money. Where people will get this fund is very critical. And that's why if you are making money, you should know the source where you are generating your income is for. Most of funds, banks or any other fund manager these days, people give them money, but where they are deploying the money to is not well known. So the Sukuk Fund will specify the asset back and also to know that it's adding social value to the investment in such a way that where you are investing the money to is not something that's been will create social vices or degenerate into something that people will not like, not promoting social vices in the society. Yes.
The Sukuk Fund gives other options to investors, especially investors who are very ethically inclined. A lot of our Muslim brothers have asked us questions as to what kind of products can we offer them that will take care of their beliefs. A lot of them do not want to be exposed to investment that promote and all of those things. So they don't want to be exposed to investment that invest in non-Sharia compliant products. So they have come to us and we have said, okay, let's put this together and appeal to their religious consciousness. But like I've said, it's not just for the religiously inclined people. Investors, we can also cater for all investors. Anybody can invest in the fund as long as you're satisfied with the underlying asset, the risk profile, and the returns that we are offering. Anybody can invest.
This Sukuk Fund is targeted at Muslims and non-Muslims who are ethically minded. It's going to be invested in line with Islamic tenets. So that's what there is to it. Those who invest in it should be assured of getting their capital back. So their capital is guaranteed. And of course, they will get decent return on their investment, just like they always get in other mutual funds that manage. For clarity, we have 6 mutual funds currently, and we beat the market in all of them. There's usually a benchmark for measuring performance of the mutual funds. We try to beat those benchmarks in all our mutual funds. So it should be expected in this same fund that we will beat the market in terms of returns, in terms of doing things right.
As part of United Capital's strategy of creating value in the Nigerian financial and capital markets, the Sukuk Fund provides the opportunity for capital preservation, competitive returns, liquidity, diversified portfolio, and asset mix for investors. This is revolutionary and will help to deepen the market.